What's up, Mets fans? Welcome back to Talking Mets and Rob. How is everybody doing? Before I get started talking about the Mets' latest rumors from the winter meetings, don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you enjoy my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, you guys know what to do. Hit on that subscribe button, everybody. All right, guys. So there's been some news that has been going about over the last hour or so, stating that the Mets have been looking at outfielders, fourth outfielders, possibly even outfield starters at the winter meetings right now. And there's four names that have been brought up, and it is Kevin Kiermaier, Michael Taylor, Manuel Margot, and obviously Jung-Hoo Lee from Korea. So those four names don't really jump out at you a lot, but this is typical of what David Stearns is doing early in the offseason, is building a bench, building, a guy that's not the top of the list of free agent outfielders, but can definitely help this New York Mets team going forward. And where we got this news was from Michael Marino about half hour ago, tweeted, as reported, Mets team adamant to add a defensive fourth outfielder. Four names he was told to monitor who fit that mold is Jung-Hoo Lee, Kevin Kiermaier, Michael A. Taylor, and Manuel Margot. He also stated, as others have said, it's possible Mets decided that someone like Lee or Kiermaier should start every day. Given their current outfield options, it could definitely be justified. Lee, a high on-base guy, would make sense, right? So considering where the Mets are right now, they need a left fielder. Kevin Kiermaier and Lee are two guys that can start on a major league team with anybody that shouldn't really be complaining, knowing that the Mets, yes, do need offense. Obviously, Lee would help more than Kiermaier offensively, but you can trust Lee or Kiermaier defensively to really do the job. If a scenario comes out that the Mets have to start one of those guys, you can put them out in the outfield every single day. Lee is obviously a starting outfielder. Kiermaier did start a lot of games for the Toronto Blue Jays. Michael A. Taylor and Margot are more guys that will be coming off the bench in defensive scenarios, late in games, get a start here and there, giving guys days off. In my opinion, this is good news on the Mets front, because last year, their bench was a complete and utter disaster. Too many one-dimensional players that really didn't do much well at all. Even at the one thing they supposedly did well, they did not do well. Any four of these guys can do things well. Margot, I believe, can be more of a DH type of guy. He's not very good defensively, so I doubt Margot is probably at the top of their list. I guess worst case scenario, if he's the last one left, they might pick him up. But I would look at Lee, Kiermaier, and Taylor as the major players here as targets for a fourth outfielder, possibly a starting left fielder. And again, Kevin Kiermaier and Jung-Hoo Lee are two players that I could see starting in left field for the New York Mets. Obviously, Lee is probably at the higher end, knowing that his average is high. Again, a Jeff McNeil type of player with a little bit more pop than Jeff McNeil. And he's considered a better center, a better defensive outfielder than most, than what the Mets currently have right now. And Jeff McNeil is a very good defensive player, but Lee is actually better considering with the defensive metrics. But who would you want, Mets fans? It determines that I think the Mets are going to go get Jung-Hoo Lee as their starting left fielder, but as a fourth outfielder, it's probably going to come down to Manuel Margot, Michael Taylor, and Kevin Kiermaier. I'd go with Kevin Kiermaier. Only the reason why I say that is because I think he can, worst case scenario, if there's a injury, Kevin Kiermaier can be a starting left fielder, center fielder, right fielder, and I feel comfortable with him every day in the outfield, knowing that you're not going to get hurt defensively. And he's not been great offensively over the last couple of years, but I trust him a lot as a fourth outfielder. Got a bit of an injury, and he's a great defensive replacement late in games, as seen over his career. So, Mets fans, what do you think? Do you think the Mets should go after any of these guys as a fourth outfielder? Now, Jung-Hoo Lee, I think, is going to be a starting left fielder if the Mets do sign him. But from Margot, Taylor, Kiermaier, which one would you like to see on a bench for the New York Mets as a fourth outfielder? We already know we got DJ Stewart as one potential corner outfield option off the bench. Kevin Kiermaier would be a very good option off the bench as well. So let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. Do you think the Mets should get one of these guys as a fourth outfield piece? And which one is your favorite as a fourth outfielder bench piece going into the 2024 season? Once again, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you enjoy my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, you guys know what to do. Hit on that subscribe button, everybody. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. Who should be signed by the New York Mets? Taylor, Kiermaier, Margot as a fourth outfielder, and also Jung-Ho Lee. Let me know in the comments, guys. I want to thank you for watching, and as always, Mets fans, let's go Mets.